Now, for my roasted garlic whipped mashed potatoes, I'm going to throw in an entire rose of garlic, just as it is, there next to the pan. I like that I'm putting them in together so I don't forget that the garlic's there. So it connects to something, so I don't forget. A sad garlic is one that you leave in the oven for 4 hours.
Garlic's starting to get done real fast. I'm going to take that out.
So when the garlic is roasted, it will be squishy, and that's your indicator. Just take it out of the oven. When it's cooled, I'm just going to snip it off and squeeze out the delicious garlickiness, and so it'll have this golden roasted garlic flavor, and it's extremely easy. Just let it cool. I'm holding it because it's really warm and I like the way it feels. So I'm going to go get my potatoes. I keep them on the steps of my basement because they will keep there all winter. Pretty wet. So as you can see, these are extremely dirty. You would really never find potatoes this dirty in the supermarket, but the dirtier they are, the longer that they'll keep. So I'm just going to, I'm going to take maybe 1 pound, 2 pounds of them. Don't have that many people lined up to eat this extra Thanksgiving dinner. So I'm going to only take 1 pound or 2, and then I'm going to wash them. Obviously it's going to be an extremely muddy process. So I figure this is enough. I just want to know how many pounds I'm dealing with. So just a little over 1 pound, which is perfect. So I'm going to take these potatoes and I'm just going to clean them up. I'm not going to peel them, but since these are from the farm, they haven't been quality checked yet very much. They looked at them when they pulled them out, but they were covered in dirt. So I'm just going to give them each a once-over, and they're organic. So, little critters decide that they're really tasty, and some of them are full of holes, some of them don't have any, so it's just good to check them out. This one, I think it's, this one, I'm just going to cut that whole section off. And then, this is potato blight in here, and this is what happened to the late blight. It's what happened to the potatoes during the Irish potato famine, and it's what happened 2 years ago to all of the tomatoes. Potatoes in a large pot, and I'm going to add about 1 cup of broth, about 1 inch of liquid in it. I'm going to put a little water in it as well, and then I'm going to add a pinch of saffron, which is going to make it extremely aromatic. It's important to not cover the potatoes. So this is just the cooking liquid. We're not going to end up eating it, so it's okay if it's really salty. It's beneficial if you're going to be cooking vegetables in water with a lot of salt in it. I'm going to check my potatoes. And they are done. So I am going to put my potatoes in the KitchenAid. You can use a hand mixer for this, you can use a hand masher for this. This is just a great way to make potatoes up quickly. And I'm just breaking them before I throw them in and leaving the skins on, because I like the skins. Sometimes I'll take the skins off if I'm making something I want to look pure white, especially for soup. And I'm just going to turn it on and let it go. Trusty rusty kitchen shears. And cut the top off. And you see all of the garlic can squeeze right out. So I will squeeze it right into the pot, or into the bowl. So now I've squeezed all the garlic in. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of the cooking liquid. And just give it a little swirl. With potatoes, you don't want to do them too long because they'll start to get pasty and like gummy. So then I'm going to add about a half cup of cream. So I added a quarter cup of the cooking liquid, now I'm adding a half cup of cream, and that way you get the flavor of the cream without having it be overwhelmingly creamy. Ah! I am going to add a quarter teaspoon of white pepper. I love white pepper. Half teaspoon of salt. Gosh, this is so confusing. Yeah. Okay. Put it in there, and then just whip it up. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this. It's a little bit of a fine line with the whipping potatoes in the mixer that you want them to be fluffy, but you don't want them to get gummy. So it sometimes takes a couple of tries just to make sure you've done it right. And you may end up eating gummy potatoes, but they'll still taste delicious, and you're getting on the right track to making something really spectacular. I want to eat them all the time. They're so good. I want to eat all of them. I'm going to plate these up, and I'm going to warm them up in the oven with the rest of our main dishes. So I'm going to take the whipped potatoes and I'm going to put them in this oven-safe bowl. See how creamy and light these are. I'm just going to kind of swoop it together so that it looks kind of swirly.